Coy, lu kira gampang bikin subtitle? Makanya lama banget main videonya. Gila, dari jam 12 malam sampai nggak tahu jam berapa. Sekarang gue lagi ketahuan deh gue udah potong rambut. Oke, lanjut ke videonya guys. Are you a cosplay or a skin version of Ivan Gunawan? What about that picture?
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at, where I'm saying like, oh yeah, maybe he does look like me.
I don't think you're gonna like
That's
this.
hilarious. That first picture kinda looks like me a little bit.
Hey guys, back with me, Mr. Anjay.
And Queen Alana, Queen Nimbrung.
We'll be doing this video fully in English, but thanks a lot to Zane for the opportunity to do this podcast. Kalian bisa lihat terjemahnya dalam bahasa Indonesia dan itu butuh waktu berjam-jam untuk membuatnya. Jadi jangan lupa tombol like-nya tentunya.
Dan subscribe kalau belum pada subscribe.
Dan makasih banyak buat Zane yang udah nyepetin waktu, padahal dia itu hari itu juga mesti berangkat ke
China ya?
Ke China untuk mengikuti turnamen. So thanks a lot to Zane for the opportunity to do this podcast, even though I knew that he actually had to go on a flight to China, I think about 8 hours after the podcast. Thanks a lot, bro. So without further ado, here's the podcast. Enjoy.
Okay, enjoy the video. Bye
Lanjut. Let me just swallow my burger real quick, because that's gonna look bad on Skype. Like,
It's good because I have a phone ring on my phone. That's like the only thing that I'm able to.
The one that people
Yeah,
usually.
so I'm like hanging it up like on the computer thing.
Oh yeah, that works. That's the one people usually use for selfies, right?
Oh yeah, so you like, yeah. My girlfriend gave me that thing, so I always have it on.
Yeah.
I mean, I have an iPhone just for playing AOV, and I don't like to put anything on it because I want to be like the same on stage while playing at home, you know. I didn't even put a phone case on my iPhone just so I could.
So it's like
feel
100% AOV setup. Yeah, I get that. Hey, by the way, what phones did you guys use at AWC? Was it iPhones, or can you use your own phones, or?
iPlus. No, they're not gonna let you use your own phones because what if like two people have different phones, and like it's way easier to regulate. What if someone complains if they're lagging and shit? It's just it's way easier.
That kind of sucks, just because like I mean I heard from a lot of Indo pro players that just playing from a device that's maybe a few centimeters difference in size, it's just a whole different feel when you're trying to do all your skill shots.
Yeah, no, that's exactly like, again, that's why I wanted this iPhone 8 Plus, because I knew that this is exactly what we were going to use on stage. I wanted to get used to it as much as I could.
Damn, I'm like where's my iPad? I'm an iPad AOV player, so I don't think I can ever play on a tournament, because like I just never be able to get used to it.
That's actually what I heard. Like some people like there's some guy who was in NA. His name was Ani, and he was telling me like he could never see himself going pro because he plays on an iPad and they won't let you bring an iPad there.
Yeah. I mean, I've tried playing on an iPhone, but I just can't get any of my shots to work, man. It's way too hard. Alright, so I guess I'll do my hellos now. So, hi Zane, thanks for dropping by on the channel. We've got quite a few questions for you. So, first of all, how are things after AWC? Are you settling well back home, or?
Well, I mean, you know, I got back, and honestly, I wish I could have been there longer, but there comes a point, you know, after vacation, you're like, oh, I just want to go home at this point, and I feel like everyone was getting to that point.
Yeah.
You know, the worst part, though, is the flight from Vietnam to New York. It's a 20-hour flight. I had to take 3 different planes, and that's definitely the worst part. But yeah, I'm glad to be home. Did you actually watch the finals? Where Vietnam...
Only the very last game, like the absolute last game.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I did not expect Vietnam to win. I thought Vietnam was actually gonna get knocked out by AHQ, and then it would have been AHQ versus Mad.
I guess it's a home factor, no? All that crowd behind them. That's always a big factor.
Oh yeah, because like when you can imagine, like whenever Vietnam does some good play, they're like always screaming.
Oh yeah,
I'm sure
yeah.
it gets in the Mad's head or something like that. Yeah.
Even a minor good play, like, you know, like just getting the Spirit Sentinel or something like that, they're all like, ooh. I mean that helps. That really helps, you know. Well, it's the 12th man, so I mean that's always a good factor. I think people didn't really expect him to win.
Yeah, I'm happy for them though. Like I liked the Vietnam team. Like I was getting along with them while we were there.
Oh yeah.
They seemed to like me a bit too, so I am glad that they won.
And then it was a close call too. I mean, I only watched the last game, but then it was like best out of 7, and then it was at that final game, final decision point. So that was insane.
Yeah.
What a dramatic win, I would say.
All right. It was like a 20-minute game too.
Yeah. I know. I actually I watched that
Really like
right before going to bed. Cause like I'm usually always up till like 3 a.m. But I don't know, for some reason I was like super sleepy today, so I passed out. Woke up just in time for the podcast. Oh, and what was funny was that when I woke up, I was just reading up some of the comments on your YouTube community page, just to, just to find something to talk about. And then there was this one dude that was criticizing your play on AWC, and his comment was like this long with no punctuation marks.
yeah.
And I just woke up, so I was like, holy shit, this
Yeah,
this
I know what you mean.
this just got my brain fried. So I just like I put the phone down, had a few cigs, freshened up a bit. So I heard after AWC, basically, they flew you home straight away, right?
Yeah, pretty much. We lost on the 7th, and then we were all on our flights on the 9th. So we had like 2 free days after we lost, and
Oh,
honestly, those were the only free days that we had. The
okay.
entire tournament, like I mean, literally the entire tournament, we were just in the hotel.
Damn.
The only time we had fun was like we ordered boba tea or something like that.
What the
We
hell is
were
boba tea?
There's a beach. It's like tea with bubbles in it.
Oh
Milk
yeah,
tea.
yeah, bubble tea. Yeah.
I like Asian regions love those things.
Oh yeah, we
So we
do.
got
Yeah,
some
we
of
do.
that. But seriously, there was a beach, like
Right next to the
not even
hotel,
you could
right?
see it. It
Yeah,
was
I
so
know.
yeah, right next to the hotel, and we never went there because everyone wanted to well, but I wanted top 4. It sucks that we only got top 8 though.
Yeah. That's unfortunate. But I mean, yeah, I had the same sentiment when from have you chatted with the Indonesian team a lot, like Henry Caraway, the EVOS team?
When I was there, no, I didn't really talk to any of them because, most of the issue is the language barrier, like a
Right.
lot of these people, they don't speak English. Even the Vietnam team, they wanted to talk to me a lot, but we always
Uh-huh.
had to pull out Google Translate at
Oh
some
crap.
point,
Yeah.
or we had to have like
That's
some
always
translator
fun.
next to us.
That's always
Yeah.
a good
So it
conversation,
was
but yeah.
yeah. And then like Google Translate, you can't understand it, so you gotta like, it's so weird.
I know, but well, yeah. Anyway, that the guy from Indonesia, he also had the same issue where he said he couldn't even enjoy the beach at all because like the whole time he was there, it was just in the hotel and at the tournament place, and he probably had 5 minutes to spend at the beach, and by the time Indonesia got knocked out, they had to fly home the next day, like literally,
Right.
no time to do anything.
Right.
So yeah, I sort of asked him, didn't they give you guys like a choice, maybe if you could like stay a few days longer if you paid for your own hotel or something, just to enjoy Vietnam a little bit, and they sort of said no, we didn't have that choice. They just kicked us out. So
Yeah, no, yeah, we did
yeah.
not. That's true.
I was a
Hell
bit
no.
sad to hear that. I mean, maybe next time you guys, if you guys are doing a tournament, like let the players decide when to go home. I guess just because like at least it's a holiday. It's a beach destination. I mean, New York is cool. You've got
Right.
beaches about 45 minutes away, but I mean, it's nothing compared to Vietnam.
Yeah, for sure.
Whereabouts in New York are you
And
saying? Just out of curiosity. I've been there a few years back.
me, I'm in Long Island,
Oh, cool. Well,
so
so basically,
I'm like an hour away from the city.
all right. So I actually have a question for
It,
you. I mean, being in the States, the market's dominated by PC games. League of Legends, Dota
right.
2, Overwatch, Fortnite, you name it, World of Warcraft. How the hell did you end up in AOV, man?
Well, I mean, usually, to be honest, that even now I don't have a good computer. In my whole life, I've never had like a good gaming computer. I used to try and play like MMOs, like farming type games, and I would always lag like to hell. So those were usually never like my go-to. I heard so much about League of Legends. I almost wanted to play it, but my first like real game where I was actually like trying super hard was Mobile Legends,
Uh-huh.
and then I wanted to go pro after I realized, hey, I'm actually pretty good at this. Maybe I could make something happen. Because of course, that's how like everyone in a pro starts out. You just go for fun, and then you slowly
Yeah.
realize, oh wow, I could
I'm
actually
actually good,
get
right?
super good at this.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. After all those thousands of games, seriously, it probably took like 2,000 games for me to actually realize. But in ML, I'm sure Indonesia is way different for ML because you guys have like so many tournaments there, right?
Are you talking about Mobile Legends?
Yes, yes.
All right,
I'm sure
go
you
ahead.
probably know about it too, because I think it's huge there too, right?
Yeah, it is. It is. It's way bigger than AOV. So you heard about Mobile
Yeah.
Legends before you heard about AOV? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, and I was playing that as well, and I wanted to go professional in it. But the thing was, the company is way more focused around Indonesia and those regions than in North America, so they didn't really have any idea to do any tournaments. And then I heard about the opportunity to maybe go pro in AOV, which I heard just a new game. So I decided to just switch from ML to AOV, and that's where I usually just started. Yeah, people called me like everyone hated me when I first switched, dude. Like everyone thought I was so trash.
Oh,
Do you know the
dude.
old NA teams, like ALG? Do you know them?
Who?
ALG? Do you know like the old North American teams
No,
or
no,
no?
no. I don't. I don't.
Well, like there was this old North American team. They actually went to last AWC instead of us, but they all hated me so much because when I started playing, they were here around the time, and they just really all hated me. They hated seeing
Wow.
me in rank because they thought I was super bad. Yeah,
Yeah.
ALG is an AOV team, and then when I came to AOV after being super good in Mobile Legends, I was like pretty shit at the game. I think I was stuck in Diamond for a little bit too. Like I was actually stuck in Diamond for a week or two. Yeah,
Are,
it's pretty
are
rough.
you saying AOV is harder than Mobile Legends then?
I think when I switched, it definitely was a harder game
Uh-huh.
because for Mobile Legends, you could just do 3-2 like and go verse. You could 5-man pretty much and go verse. So all solo queues, stuff like that. And AOV actually has a pro scene in North America,
Uh-huh.
which makes things a lot more competitive at the top compared to Mobile Legends, where it's mostly just for fun and stuff like that.
All right.
But I've seen that Mobile Legends has changed a lot, so maybe it actually is harder now. I'm not really sure.
We're overwhelmed by the amount of players who play Mobile Legends. Like, if this is the amount of players that play Mobile Legends, right? This is the
Mhm.
percentage that plays AOV, like pretty much
Oh yeah.
over here. Yeah. If you were to actually do Mobile Legends YouTube videos, you'd probably be a rich man by now. Probably, I'd say. Just
I
saying, just
I
saying.
think so too. Like back then, like before, like when I first started YouTube, I was like so upset that I didn't actually start YouTube when I was super famous in Mobile Legends.
Oh,
Because then I
dude.
was like, because even now, dude, I get comments being like, "Are you that guy from Mobile Legends?" I
Really?
still get
So
those
they
comments.
still
I'm
remember
just
you.
yeah. A lot of people still like even probably 2 days ago on my stream, I had someone ask me that. Like it's so many people, and I just wish that I started making
Oh,
content back
damn.
then. I'd probably have 10 times more subscribers.
You
But
you,
it's just,
you,
yeah,
you
it's
you
just
probably would. Yeah,
unfortunate.
you probably would, dude. I mean, the market's still huge. So let's talk about AWC then. What would you think was the hardest opponent, the toughest one on scrim, and the toughest one on stage, and the
Stage,
one team you would have wanted to avoid completely?
I mean, the one team is one we've lost to, so mad. But there's actually like, I feel like there's a reason why we lost all 4 games. I think after we got 4th place in the bracket, we were never going to beat Mad, I don't think. But it shouldn't have been 4-0.
Uh,
The kind of mindset that we had was to just be super passive and just bring it to late game. And that kind of went against my own play style because I'm a pretty aggressive player.
uh.
So I feel like I played like horribly those 4 games.
All
I
right.
feel like it could have been like 2-4 or something. But yeah, I think after we got 4th place in the group stage, it was pretty much over by then.
Right. Right.
And the hardest person was probably AHQ
Uh
because
huh.
they just destroyed us so hard on draft. Like we did not expect their
Yeah.
draft plan.
Well, I mean, I guess half the game is decided on the drafts anyway. So
For
some
real.
teams are just brilliant at that. It's just insane. Like, I mean, I mean, you know how it goes. There's a lot of early picks that you can choose that just sort of deceives your team. Like, you're not sure if this is gonna be is Safara gonna be mid? Is she gonna be an yeah?
Like an Elsu mid or side, Sephora mid or support. Yep, I get that.
Yeah, all that
Yep.
stuff, all that stuff. Especially Ryoma. That guy is the worst. Like he can just be anywhere.
Oh yeah.
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 But that kind of stuff, and a lot of these teams, they just
Varus as well. Yeah, there's a lot of
who decides to draft on your team? Do you have a coach that decides that, or?
we actually originally didn't have a coach, but for this AWC we did actually hire a coach that under contract would just be with us for the entire time we're there. He makes more money if we place higher, and it's kind of just both. The coach would have given us suggestions, and then we say suggestions, and we kind of like work something out together in a way. It's not completely all of the coach, but at the same time, it's not completely all of the players either. It's like a mix.
And who calls the shots in the team mid game? Because I know the coach has to walk away when the game starts, right?
So I would say that I'm probably the one talking the most. I don't know if that qualifies me as a person making all of the shot calls and stuff like that, but I definitely am probably like 50% of the total words, which, I mean, yeah. But that's just like something you have to do as a jungler, and usually like jungle and support are the two trying to talk the most.
Exactly. Yeah, that's usually how it works. But I don't know. Usually some teams like they have like a designated shot caller just because like let's say a few in the sport, a few are the two who are the most vocal, and let's say you're saying A, and then the support saying B, and you need to make a split-second decision. Like so, whose voice does the team listen to?
I think they would have listened to me then, because that's usually how things go. Like if I say, like if they say like we can engage, I'll try to say like no, don't fight, just back off, and then they would probably listen to my call. Like not probably, they would definitely, because I feel like I've been in those situations where they just like they will disengage from a fight or not go in a fight if I say not to.
All right, so well, in that case, then you are definitely the shot caller. Then, since you're doing AOV for most of your content, yeah. So, are most of your viewers from Asia? Then I'd say 90%.
Um, I would actually check, but I'm using my phone to do the interview. I think there's like 10%. I wish I could say. I think 10% are from the U.S. and then there's like 10%, 15% from Europe, and then the rest like Brazil, and then it's all the other Asian regions. So yeah, I do have a lot of viewers from Indonesia, Vietnam, places like there.
The only thing I wanted to underline there was you do know that playing a game like this, since like maybe 70% of the viewers might be from Asia, the ad revenue is much lower than if you were playing other games, right? So that kind of hurts.
Yeah, I've kind of noticed that actually. Like you can tell like the if an Asian viewer watches you, it's not really close to as much money as if someone from the US would be. So yeah, it's definitely noticeable.
What other games are you playing right now other than AOV?
Usually my kind of thing is like I'll only try to play one game at a time. Honestly, I don't play console games, I don't play PC games. Really my only thing is AOV.
Holy
If I want to
shit.
play another game, I'll just download like some shitty mobile game where you just like click stuff, but besides that I really don't play.
So you're going to Taipei in 2 days, you said?
Yeah, actually, I'm going not to Taipei, but I am going to a Chinese area. I'm leaving in what, 10 hours on my flight, so it's gonna be like 2 a.m. I haven't even packed a single thing. I literally haven't packed a single thing. So it's like New York to Xi'an, China. I gotta go to Shanghai first. It's about 18 hours, something like that. It's gonna be a while
Crap.
for sure.
That kind of sucks.
It's the worst part of flying, man. I'm probably like actually in the top 1% of people that fly. Like I bought that little, that airplane thing that goes around your neck as a pillow.
Oh yeah, I got one of those right here, man.
Yeah, I just bought that. I should have had it so long ago, but I just bought it because I'm like, it's so hard to sleep on these planes without like your neck just feels like it's about to break. It's so bad.
I actually got one of those memory foam pillows, and instead of putting it at
Yeah, that's exactly what I have. Dude.
yeah, that
I
thing
have a
is
memory foam.
that's so important, dude, especially for long flights. I mean, unless you're flying business class,
Uh,
that's not so important, but if
I'm so excited. I'm so excited to try that thing out today.
Next question. This is from one of your girlfriends. Wait, girl fans. From Shirley Sensita. Zane, why do you look so good? How do you do it? What skincare products do you use? This is an important question, man.
That's an actual question.
Yeah, and it's quite important. I mean, especially the skincare part, because like that's all people want to know about, you know.
All right, so
It
My
looks like you were
girlfriend
grabbing
gave me-
something over there. Like, is
Yeah,
that?
there's one thing. My girlfriend has like last time we were together, she like gave me so much stuff. She gave me this like little container of like face cream. I don't even use it that often, so I
Yeah, you
wouldn't even
do. Come
consider
on,
that.
don't lie. You use it every day,
No,
right? No, come on.
it's like it's so little. But yeah, my girlfriend gave me like beauty products and like stuff like that. I barely even use it, but I feel like it's just because I'm probably so young and I don't have acne, which helps.
Is that the only
Is
skincare
that the only
product you
skin
use?
thing that I use?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I've never really used anything else.
Any plans on growing your beard as long as Ormar?
No, this would probably be the longest as it gets for now. I mean, I probably can't even grow it out to be much longer if I wanted it to be because, I mean, I probably need to shave it out just a few more times, make it grow faster before I can get it to be that huge.
But you're a New Yorker. Like it's hip to have long beard, especially with those glasses. You'd probably make it as a barista at least.
I don't know how long I've been growing out my beard, but I didn't shave it the entire time.
That would definitely increase your viewers. Have a beard that long. Okay, next question from Imran Firmansyah. He's saying, why are you so buff? I don't know if he means fat or buff because the word here is a bit I'm not sure which one he means, but let's say buff. Do you work out or?
I mean, right now I think I'm a little bit fat. I have like a lot of fat, but I also have a lot of muscle too. So it's like half and half. I used to work out so much, when I was transitioning from Mobile Legends to AOV, there was a little bit of a gap period where I wasn't playing really any game.
From ML to AOV, you need a lot more muscle. I mean, that's for sure. So that's why you need to work out before you actually switch games, right? I mean, it is true.
But during that time though, I was just like working out, just doing school stuff because I had nothing else really to do at that point. I'm only 17. I don't have to go to work. I didn't have a school job until I started YouTube, I guess. So yeah, all I did was like work out all day, and I got pretty big. But now I've been just slowly and slowly losing all that muscle, and it's being replaced with fat. It's good that I'm only 17, or else I'd probably have like the most disgusting beer gut ever at this point.
This is from Genta Vieri. Have you had any mic problems on AWC?
I don't think I'm allowed to say that because I was strictly told. I was strictly told not to talk about the microphones. I'm not kidding you. I mean, if you're gonna cut it, yeah, if you're gonna cut it, you can keep in that I said like I'm strictly said not to talk about it. You can keep that in.
This is from Denny Tagus. What do you do other than YouTubing?
Honestly, like I don't even. Yeah, like nothing.
Nice.
I'm not gonna lie.
This
Yeah,
guy
I'm
is
just like sitting.
this
in
guy
my-
is all in, man. He's all in. Full on
Yeah, that's what
AOV.
it is. I mean, before like this summer, I used to go to school. I just graduated 12th grade actually, and I decided to take a year off from going to college because I wanted to see where my esports career went, where my YouTube went, all that stuff. So yeah, right now I have a little bit of more free time than usual.
So next question from The Kill. How's Mobile Legends doing in your area? That's been answered, so we can go on forward. Moving on. Fadilitas, he's asking whether the AOV community in North America is as small as Indonesia. That's been answered. Yeah, it's quite small as well. Can you actually find AOV players in your same school, for example?
There's probably not a single person in my school, no.
Shit.
But it's funny because when I actually told people like what I do when it came out, people actually like downloaded the game and they would be playing it in class. Not like a ton of kids, just like a handful maybe would actually like play it because I played it, and that was pretty funny to watch. But besides those few kids, no, I could never find another AOV player.
Yeah, I feel the same here. All of my friends, they 99% play Mobile Legends or PUBG Mobile. It's impossible to find like playmates.
Yeah, you could probably walk into a room and find a few Mobile Legends players there, like easily.
Yeah.
Would you say it's like a household game at this point? Like
Yeah.
literally everybody's playing it?
Yeah, I would say so, yeah. This one's a bit funny. I'm gonna send you something on Skype first so you can look at it. Alright. So apparently, when you were live on AWC, a lot of people thought you look very similar to this guy. Go ahead and open his Instagram. So they say, are you a cosplay or a skin version of Ivan Gunawan?
Is
Just,
this guy like famous in Indonesia or something?
I guess he's quite famous. I mean, 17 million followers.
Oh, yeah, 18 million followers. What the hell?
Yeah, yep. So do you actually think you look remotely similar to this guy?
Just a little bit, actually.
Really?
He's a little bit heavier than I am, but
What about that picture?
yeah, that's the one I'm looking at where I'm saying like, oh yeah, maybe he does look like me.
But wait a sec. What about this picture? Hang on. I'll give you something better. I don't think you're gonna like
That's
this.
hilarious. That first picture kind of looks like me a little bit. I could see that one, but the other ones, no. I think he's a bit too fat.
So
Like you could see his fucking stomach
can I
bulging out and shit.
can I use that picture as the thumbnail later instead of your picture? Like interview with Zane, and then I put like Ivan Gunawan's picture on it. That would probably work.
So,
All right,
uh,
let's move on. I don't want to keep you on for too long. I know you need sleep. From Nurfitra, the heaviest opponent on AWC, and if you lost, why did you lose? He already mentioned which was the toughest team, but why did you lose?
I feel like for the group stage, we would have placed a lot better had I actually gotten my best heroes, because I think everyone was terrified of my Lindis. Um, After AHQ did their research and said, let's just ban out his Lindis and Quillen and take Darcy, everyone realized those are my three strongest heroes by far, and all the other teams started to mimic what AHQ did. And I honestly feel like that's why we placed pretty low in the groups, was because I was never ever on my comforts. If I was, then I feel like maybe we would have went versus TDC or China in the top 8 quarterfinals. And then the reason we lost versus Mad is because they're fucking mad. We're not gonna beat them. And even
Yeah.
versus Mad, they banned my Lindis all 4 games. But so I definitely need a few more heroes that can be up to par with my Lindas.
Did you not see this coming? Like on the way to the tournament?
I mean I didn't think that they were gonna ban 2 of my heroes or like Lindis every single. I didn't expect it.
Really?
No.
Oh,
Because
come
you would
on.
think like, it's a best of 7. There's no way they could ban it all 4 games, and sure enough, that's what they did. But I
Damn.
think I went a little bit too hard on them in scrims. I wish I didn't, because I did not expect all these bans to come out.
Wow,
Like
okay.
it was like I was like almost like toying with these teams on my Lindis and scrims. Like I would just run around mad and just like try to chase kills because it was so fun for me. And they really, I mean, they fucked us in the end 'cause I didn't get it. I feel like on every team, I feel like with my Lindis in scrims versus anybody, my win rate was probably like 80%,
Uh-huh.
85% playing with Lindis during scrims, and that's what caused all of these teams pretty much just ban it. Even some of the teams that we never scrimmed before, they would just realize what AHQ did, the Thailand wildcard, and they would say like, "Oh wow, this worked a lot versus them. Let's do the exact same thing." And sure enough, it did.
Shit.
It did pretty.
Is Lindis still okay for solo queue jungling? Because like right now the meta mostly it's assassins in the jungle, and people in Indo actually sort of forgot how to do an abyssal lane without using an archer. Pretty much like you can use Marja in abyssal lane, even Ryoma, but like even Malok. But people almost forgot about that in our current meta. Is it still meta where you are to play solo queue ranked and have Lindis or another archer in jungle?
I mean, I would say unless you're really good on her, then it's probably not the best idea to be playing Lindis in ranked. I think you could climb higher with the actual assassin heroes. So for me, I do feel like it's a pretty easy win for me to play Lindis, but again, I'm biased because that's my
Right.
favorite hero. It's my best hero.
Yeah.
But I could understand for other people that you probably won't have the same success with her as you will with other assassins that are more meta right now.
All right, from KRXJP. If you were an AOV coach and you could make your own dream team, what would your squad be?
I would probably have, to start off, I'll probably put XB, which is a Vietnam mid laner. I would put him mid. Then I'd probably put Benny or J Jack in the support position. XB mid, Benny or J-Jack support. Jungle, probably Neil would have to be the jungler. Of
Not
course,
you.
everyone knows Neil. I don't
Oh,
know,
oh,
I'm the coach.
oh
Right?
yeah,
So I
right,
can't put
right. Okay,
myself in.
okay, yeah. All right, go on then. Go on.
This one's gonna be a little bit harder. I don't really know much about the side laners, but for Darkslayer, maybe Ellie. I think is the Vietnam Darkslayer laner. I think he's very good. Ellie or Gao, which are both the Vietnamese players. And then for Abyssal lane, I'm actually not sure. Like again, I don't keep much track on the side lanes. Usually I just pay attention to the mid trio, which is jungle, mid, and support. What are some really good Abyssal laners in this tournament? I'm not sure. Do you know of any?
To be honest, I've only watched one match in the whole tournament, so so don't ask me. To be very honest, I actually didn't pay attention to it.
Maybe Muon or something like that, which is a TDC XB, Benny,
Uh-huh.
Gao, or Ellie, Neil, and Muon. That'd probably be my top 5.
If you could actually pick Lindis the whole time, do you think the results would have been different? Like if they didn't ban Lindis?
Yes. If there was ever a point where I could first pick Lindis, I would first pick Lindis because I will play Lindis into literally any amount of assassins. It honestly doesn't matter to me. I don't feel like I can be countered by specific heroes. At least when I'm on Lindis, I feel like that hero for me is just so like I don't know how I did it, but I just reached like such a strong level with her. She's like my only hero up to that level, but I've reached such a strong level with her that I feel like I can't really be countered by the assassin. Yeah, I feel like if we could always get it though in the group stage, like every single round, if I was just on Lindis, I think things would have been much different. Yeah.
All right, next question from Uvuvuvuvuvuve Osas. If AOV closes down, would you play Mobile Legends? That's been answered. Norfitra Suzagat is asking, what was the toughest opponent in AWC? That's been answered already. From Ahmad, why did you pick AOV for competitive professional gaming compared to other MOBAs? I think that's been answered. It's a passion. From Feel the Sun, obviously a Yarn fan. He's just commenting. When you're speaking on vids, he says you speak a little bit too fast for Indonesians to understand.
I think that actually might be a good piece of advice. After all, I'm not sure about your audience, but my audience, like I said, 10% of them are only from the US, so you have to consider that a lot of your fans might not have English as a first language. So that actually is a pretty good piece of advice that I'll keep in mind.
So do you have any
Uh,
questions for me for maybe you're curious about the community in Indonesia, how things are like here, or just whatever else? Because I think I've been asking you too many questions, so you should have started on Mobile Legends, bro. Just saying. For you at least.
I'm even wondering now, like, I feel like I need to make like a big choice here for my own career. I feel like seriously the next best choice would be going to an Asian region and say like like I was talking about, maybe the salary is lower, but it's still going to be a way better opportunity for me just as an esports player and as a content creator for me to actually go to a different region and just make content there, play for them there. It's honestly like one of my dreams at this point.
I think you're on a really good trajectory to becoming a really famous YouTuber. I would say your growth is insane or insane. I would
I
say.
feel like it's gonna insane. I've heard that so many times. Like again, I'm just like kicking myself in the leg here. Like, why didn't I actually just produce content before I left for the AWC? Because now I feel like my views and such are gonna be like kind of crippled since before I left, which is kind of worrying me.
Have you not considered doing a different game in the States before moving overseas? If you're that good at playing games.
I mean, honestly, this is just what I'm thinking about. Like, as soon as we lost AWC, I was like, what if I just, because honestly, I didn't want to fucking go on the flight. I was like, oh shit, what if I just stay here? Fucking,
Kill yourself
dude,
or
it's a 20-hour flight. It's like, yeah, just go up to the room, jump off the balcony, fucking die in Vietnam. But I don't know, just like I was thinking about, like, maybe I actually do want to just stay there, but I don't know, fuck. A problem would be just living there, like, you have to consider how am I gonna live? How am I gonna speak with anybody? How the fuck do you go to buy food? You gotta like, how do you get around? Because I don't have a car there. Fucking, do you have Grab? Do you guys have Grab
Yeah, of course,
in
Grab.
Indonesia?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what Vietnam has as well. So, but even then, like it's all in Vietnamese. So how do you tell it to them? Yeah, I
Oh
would have to
yeah,
like go out
point.
on the street and be like, "Can you type this?"
Yeah. Oh
Yeah, it's
god.
rough. It
That
would really be rough.
that's quite an effort, yeah.
I feel like currently I do just want to go for AOV until AOV or K or it's not AOV until League of Legends or KOG comes out and we find holy shit these games are huge in North America and Indonesia. I feel like just like for me just AOV is just where I want to be right now, and it's I don't want to relearn a whole new game. And
Uh-huh.
you know, like one of the things for me with League of Legends, of course I always thought like I heard a lot about going there, not only just a shit computer, but another thing that made me not want to actually like try in that game was because it was so people were already like amazing at that game. So it would be so hard to get super good in that game. It's kind of just like I like playing newer games where everyone's starting off on equal footing, so to speak, where everyone's like trash, and I like that sort of feeling from a game.
Being a pro player, like you, for example, there's like a lot of drama involved. There's a lot of pressure. There's a lot of stress, travel involved, the risk of losing, winning, reaction from your fans, and so on and so forth. I've never been into that. For me, it's something that I was totally not interested in. So, how do you feel about that?
I don't know, like just realizing now, I almost feel that way just like coming back. And yeah, for like fuck with my YouTube that like it was only worth it really if we got top four. I was really like putting all my money on that. Like fuck, I really hope we get top four. I really hope we get top four, but we didn't. And I was like, oh shit. So now I have to go back to my YouTube and it's not really gonna grow that much. If anything, it will get smaller. That's like what I'm mostly like my main concerns right now. Like I feel I could tell already that my views are lower, and of course it's gonna be a bit lower until I don't know how much longer, but it is a little bit lower. Even my stream is probably like half the views now that would be, which sucks seeing, but I really don't know what I could do about that besides like go to a more populated region. I'm thinking like, what if I go to like Vietnam and I get like rank one? That feels like I want to do that.
Show your skin tone.
Oh, like yeah, I'm white by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey,
white.
just yeah, you.
I
Yeah.
can make like a teepee on my head, dude.
There we go. There we go. There we go.
Fuck, dude, you have so much hair.
Can we have a little room tour of Zane's room for the podcast?
You want to have a room tour?
Yeah.
All right, shit.
Look. This is
So,
guys, this is so Indonesian, teman-teman. Ini kamar Indonesia banget, sumpah. I had to say that in
Alright.
Indo. This is such an Indonesian room, bro.
So that's,
I
like-
swear to God.
here, let me take it out of the charger. Dude, I'm messy, but only with
Holy
water
shit.
bottles. Like
What the fuck is
I,
all those water
I
bottles,
go
man?
through, I
Drink-
go through so many water bottles that I just like throw them. Like
Holy
this
shit.
one's fucking empty too.
Dude, come
that
on,
one's
man.
empty too.
Don't you have like a trash can somewhere?
Here, but we recycle. So I
Oh,
don't
nice,
throw
nice.
them in right away.
So-
I'll just bring them all outside. But here's like all my stuff. I get these from the.
Oh, that's from
Like,
Vietnam.
I love collecting these little bowls, dude.
Nice. Nice,
Yeah,
nice, nice.
the two elephant ones, like
Uh-huh.
that one, and that one's from Thailand, but the other three are all from Vietnam. And this one's from Vietnam.
So,
This one's from Australia for the
nice.
Valley series.
what's your
Yeah.
outdoors like? You got a window there? Oh, that's your
Oh, yeah.
flight pillow. That's your flight pillow. There we go.
Yeah, this is the fucking thing.
There we go,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's like
Memory foam.
it's the fucking memory foam. Yeah, dude, fucking just bounces back.
Swiss bellow.
Yeah, I have a
there we
window
go.
right here.
Yeah.
Tucked really close
Show us
though.
your- Oh, nice, dude.
You can't see. Yeah, it's like a little bit fucked up because of screen and all that. But yeah, it's a good neighborhood. Pretty quiet.
All right, so dude, once again, Zane AOV, thank you for coming to the stream. Thanks for the insight. I mean, it's been a very chill chat, I would guess. I mean, we're not talking about anything too serious. I wish you the best for all of your future endeavors. Maybe your move to Vietnam will be successful. Do you have any message for your fans from Indonesia? Because there's like tons of your fans here, man.
Thank you for watching my videos, I guess. I really appreciate the support. Even if you guys don't know English as your first language, and I know sometimes it can be quite difficult to understand me, again, just thank you so much for watching my content. It really helps me out a ton. I appreciate it.
All right. Cool, Zane. Once again, thanks for sparing time for me, man. And I wish you the best. I hope
Yeah.
Vietnam works out for you and get used to spicy food. So I guess that's it for the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Visit Zane's channel as well. What's your real name, by the way?
It's Michael, but
Mike.
it's Michael, but I always go by Zane. Everyone calls me Zane.
All right, Mike. Thanks for coming to the channel. So yeah, see you next time, and good luck with your tournament tomorrow, right? And safe flight, dude.
Oh yeah, thank you so much.
All right, take care, man. Thanks again. Bye bye.